Hi everybody, in this video I'll be sharing with you guys my thoughts on Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation and Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. So if you guys are interested, do stick around. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christina. I do product reviews on luxury skincare and makeup. Occasionally I might share a luxury accessory review or a vlog here and there. So please press the subscribe button down below and the notification bell beside it so that you can be notified and we can stay connected every time I upload a new video. So these are the two new products I want to share with you guys. It is from Haus Labs by Lady Gaga, and Sephora is where you can exclusively find it. Complexion category is my favorite category, so obviously I wanted to first try their foundation and this much hyped about Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. So both of these products I have on my skin right now. So you can take a look and see how you like the finish. I am currently I have beautiful natural light right now, which is obviously the best light. I'm going to begin with the foundation because obviously we all dig a good foundation, and I am always most impressed when a brand can ace a foundation. I think it is the most complicated product category to ace, and also it's the base of everything. So this is how the box looks like when you purchase it, and I'm going to quickly read how the product is described and how it's supposed to perform. I will put the link down below and the prices will obviously be there as well. You guys can find it. So this is described as a clean, cutting-edge long-wear foundation that delivers superior makeup performance without compromising your skin. It is infused with 20+ skincare ingredients. It is buildable, medium coverage, luminous second skin finish, ultra fluid, weightless formula. It says that it has Haus Tech powered with Bioferment 7 complex, and then directions to use: you must shake well before, well, not must, it says shake well, blend into clean moisturized skin using Haus Labs foundation brush or fingertips. So with regards to application, I've already applied this on my skin. Now it comes as a surprise to me, just reading the box right now, that there is an instruction to shake well, because when the product, just based off how the product looks in a glass bottle, it doesn't have a shaker in it, or it doesn't come in the typical packaging where you assume that it needs to be shaken. I want to say shaken, not stirred, but shaken. I'm going to show you guys an example of a product that clearly needs to be shaken before using, and this is what I mean. So packaging can really make a big difference on how your consumer will use the product or know how to use the product. These are products that come in this plastic kind of bottles, and they have shakers inside, though these are usually skin tints. Come in this packaging. They're plastic. Shiseido has them, so has some of those foundations, and then there is an actual thing inside that makes you listen and know that you're actually shaking the product inside. So this kind of packaging does not lend itself to that kind of step or knowing for the consumer to know that it's a product that needs to be shaken first. This packaging is more around the likes of Tom Ford designer glass packaging, or Suku, which is also glass packaging. These foundations, they don't need to be shaken, and usually foundations in the true foundation category, not a skin tint or a skin moisturizer, they don't necessarily have to be shaken. So that is number one, I guess I want to share at this time, because yeah, it's not typical. And just for your reference, I applied this the past few times I've been using it without shaking, so I don't know if that's really going to affect how this product has performed for me, but I will share with you in a bit how my observations with regards to that. So the prices and all will be in the link obviously down below. You get Let's see how much milligrams. I think this is traditional, 30 ml, 1 fluid ounce, and they are reasonably priced, not too high, but also not exactly inexpensive. So the shade that I have is in 210 medium, 210 light, medium, neutral. For reference, in MAC, I'm an NC30, and in Dior, I'm a 2N for fall winter, but for spring summer, I can go into 2W. So let me swatch the product for you, and this time I'm going to make sure I shake it. It's also, the directions say you can apply with a finger, or you can use the foundation brush of Haus Labs. Let me just pull my jacket down. Now it says it is, let's see the description here. Ultra fluid weightless formula. So ultra fluid, let's see. It's, yes, it does go down a bit, trickle down the back of my hand. It's not very liquidy, but you can see it is not as dense, because as you can see, as I'm holding it up, it is actually trickling down. Now, this is a true medium coverage, you guys. That much I have to say. As soon as you apply it, there is no smell, so that's one good thing that I like. Not that smells bother me, because I like designer foundations and they do have smells, but there is no smell for this one. With a little tap, you can see how much the coverage is. I absolutely love the coverage. I think this is a true medium. I think this is truly buildable as well. Using your fingers, I think this would be probably affect how I would like the product as well, because I haven't tried this using my fingers. I've always used a brush, but you can see, you guys, medium coverage. It's also described as a luminous natural skin finish, and that much I have to agree with as well. It is true to description. You can see the finish of my hand. So let me show you this side without, and this one with the foundation. So yeah, luminous natural finish and medium coverage, definitely buildable. I've tried building this up, and obviously is buildable. So now I'm gonna share my thoughts on it. Right off the bat, it is tacky. So when you apply this, I can feel the tackiness, and it stays for a while. Whereas with other foundations, it only stays for maybe a minute or so, and then it just dries down and absorbs or gets melded or blended with the skin in its own natural way. But this one, I have to say, it kind of, the tackiness stays for a while, and it almost feels like skincare that is just sitting there. I feel like after a minute or so, I have to immediately powder this down, and with a serious powder actually. I just have been using it with my Westman Atelier Vital Press skincare powder, which is like a blurring kind of setting powder. Although it does an amazing job, I think if you're combination skin, especially on the T-zone, you need to set this with a matte matte powder, because it just has that tackiness. And even once it dries down a little, even now, it still feels tacky to the point where I feel like, you know, when products are so tacky and you don't set them right away, it feels like it's just moving, or it's just sitting on top there, and it's prone to move if you even touch or scratch your skin. And that is definitely how this foundation is. Now, with regards to how it looks, I mean, I have powdered this and set this. I did not use a mattifying powder anywhere, and this is the finish that I got. I would have to say, and even in between doing my makeup, the foundation just feels like it's sitting on my skin, and I even had to get a tissue and kind of blot my face already before even powdering finally for another time. Now, if I probably used a matte powder to begin with, it would have changed everything, but I don't know, that is just my experience with using this foundation a couple of times now. Now, like I said, it says shake it before using. I don't know if that has affected the way I've been using it, my use of it so far, and what I've observed on my combination skin. But just looking at the camera now, I like the finish. But to be honest, it took a while to get to this finish. When I was doing my makeup, I was looking at my skin, and before setting it with powder and, you know, a little concealer and whatever, I wasn't such a fan of the way my skin looked with the product on its own, and maybe just a light dab of the Westman Atelier powder. Now I like it. It looks amazing on camera. It looks amazing on my skin, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Initially, there's just a feeling of tackiness that didn't go away for me. And I remember the first time I used this foundation, I remember having it on for 2 hours when I did my last video, which was my mini haul try on and swatches of SF. And I remember after I just had it for 2 hours, and I felt like I needed to wash my face off. I felt like I needed to just get my Bioderma and take it off, and I felt such a relief after doing that. So I'm not so sure what it is, if there is a product here, or it can also be because I think it's a beautiful, like, my skin looks beautiful, but I think the issue that I'm having is how my skin feels once it's on, and the wear that I see as the hours progress. Although I haven't really worn this for 8 hours, I'm going to be honest. So you guys can leave me a comment down below. It's either it needs to be rigorously shaken, is that a necessary step that probably I missed, or one thing is that obviously there might be an ingredient here that is just not working out with my skin. Or another thing is that it might just be too rich. This might have too much skincare, and I already have a skincare routine that involves, even in the morning, lotion, light serum, and a moisturizer. So I feel like, I think with that base and then a product that is infused with 20 plus skincare ingredients, I feel like it's a bit too much. I think it's a bit too much for my skin. So those are the things that have gone through my head with regards to how I feel this product is sitting on my skin, and how I feel about the product on my skin. But other than that, in terms of finish, in terms of coverage, in terms of how it describes the product to be, 100%. It is beautiful. The finish is beautiful, which baffles me, but that is my thoughts on the Haus Labs foundation. So now I'm going to go to the Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. So this one, let me swatch it for you guys. This one blends really well in. As you can see, even with the swatch, it's very even. I think the color medium level 8 is very good for like my skin tone, and you know, just in terms of sculpting it. It doesn't pull too orange or too red. It's really like a neutral kind of sculpting powder. This one I thoroughly enjoy. I mean, there's really not much to say about it. I like the way it contours. It blends in easily. I think it does an amazing job of adding contour, but also not looking too contoured. I'm not so sure that makes any sense, but I think it's the way that the formula or the powder just looks like it has a softer finish. So it does add that sculpting, but it's not harsh like previous sculpting powders that I've tried. So this one I really like. This one I highly recommend. The two products are going to be linked down below. I will continue to try the foundation. I think maybe if I use my fingers, which is another way it's recommended to be used, I shake it more the next time that I use it. Maybe it will change the way I've observed how the product feels in my skin. Honestly, I'm quite sad because I like the way my skin looks, especially now on the camera. But like I said, it's the way that my skin feels with a product. Like, it just doesn't feel amazing, or yeah. And I also feel like, I don't know, I could have it took a bit more effort to kind of let it set a bit on my face and look the way that it does, but I leave that up to you guys. I hope you guys found this video interesting and informative. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day or great evening.